Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel today. It's match day number 4 review, Manchester United versus Southampton. Well, Southampton versus Manchester United. It's another 1-1 draw and it's time for our match review. Oh, am I looking forward to this. We'll start with the first half. First half was okay. We got the goal, Daniel James. First of all, we'll have the game's 2 goals. James and Vestergaard. Daniel James' goal, you know, fantastic, but again we're very much reliant on the counter break to get James there, and it's a lovely tidy finish, and we were sitting there thinking great, and we get that early goal, and then we get Vestergaard to his, again, it comes from just a corner and it's just lobbed in. Goalkeeper doesn't really do much wrong, but again, it's just a big centre-half getting in there, and, you know, there's not really much else we can do to stop that. But in terms of the game and how that went, the first half, well, let's start off with the team selection. De Gea in goal, obviously. The back four of Young, Maguire, Lindelof, and Wan-Bissaka. You can't really change that at the moment, you know. I mean, everyone knows what my feelings about Young. The back four today, again, didn't really do much wrong. It's a set piece, and Vestergaard is miles taller than who he was marking. So, you know, it's one of those. Again, I think Wan-Bissaka played, you know, just an average. I mean, when we draw 1-1, the defence wasn't the problem for me. The defending isn't the issue. You know, we didn't concede any goals from open play today, which is an improvement from last week. Ashley Young, again, had one decent chance late on in the game, and I actually thought it was going to go in, but it didn't. Apart from that, again, a bog-standard game, and just not really good enough. You know, I don't think Ashley Young, I think he's past his prime. We all know that, but Luke Shaw, carrying an injury today, couldn't play. And Dallo with an injury as well, I believe. And, you know, I don't really want Rojo to play there either. So it's the best we had. Then we had the midfield 3, again, of McTominay, Pogba and Mata. No Jesse Lingard in this game. Mata in the first half was actually, I think, one of our better players. You know, linking up the play very, very well. McTominay, again, didn't really do anything wrong. Pogba, for me, Pogba's a shadow of himself. You know, when he came in, he was balling, and now he just doesn't have that confidence anymore. Gives the ball away, sloppy again today. But then in the second half, when we moved him a bit more further up the field, he looked at that little bit more creativity, and that's, I just don't get why we play Pogba in the CDM role. We need him further up the pitch. We're struggling to link A from B to C. A being the defence, C being the attack. Now, when we played 4-0 against Chelsea, we went from A to C on the counter-attack because you can kind of miss your midfield. When you play away against Southampton, we still play that stupid 4-2-3-1 formation, and we missed that B. We were crying out for a midfielder, and I'll keep saying it every fucking week. We need a midfielder that's going to link A to C to be that B. Pogba used to be that. He now seems to be a shadow of his former self. McTominay is not a creative midfielder. And Mata, again, tried in the first half, and then we took him off. The forward 3 today, Pereira, first of all, did absolutely nothing in the game. Pereira, I think, was probably the poorest player on the pitch. Probably alongside Ashley Young. He didn't do fuck all either. He was doing what the fuck he wants to do. His crossing and his passing from Young today was shocking. Pereira didn't do anything until we took him off. He was fucking crap. My man of the match today for United, Vestergaard got it on TV. My man of the match for United 11 would probably have to be Daniel James. He got the goal and he looked fresh. You know, he wanted to drive towards the goal. And it's not something that we do. We don't do that. And we have nothing to get. We have nobody that's going to get him the ball. You know, McTominay's pass when he assisted him today wasn't the best of pass. It was just an average pass that a Wycombe Wanderers player could do. You know, and Rashford today again, he wasn't great. You know, he had a couple of chances, but again, I can't really criticise him too much because no one's giving him the ball. He's not getting any delivery, and we seem to just hit it wide because we can't get the ball down the middle because of that lack of creativity. You know, over the summer transfer window, we were linked with Bruno Fernandes a lot, and I think he would have been fantastic in the team, but we didn't get him because we couldn't see his quality, or we didn't have a guarantee on his quality. Lingard, when he came on, again, there was a moment where he was up there with, like, he was on the break, and he had a shot, and there was people on the wide that could have got the ball into Rashford, but again, he had a shot at himself that was about 25, 30 yards out, wasting the ball, and again, I don't want to see him playing. You know, we're getting to this stage now, it's another fucking draw. From 12 points available, we have 5. That's not even half. That's not even half the points available that we've got. All the players are in cloud 9, all the fans in cloud 9. Oh, 4-0 against Chelsea. Oh, we're in cloud 9, we're so good. We beat Chelsea 4-0. Yes, roll back the years. Manchester United are back. No, they're not back. They're fucked. We're absolutely shocking. We can't beat Southampton. We have no midfield. Our midfield 3 is worse than fucking midfield mid-season, mid-table. Mid-table sides have got a better midfield than us. Pogba is fucked. I don't know what's happened to him, but he's not doing anything. Pereira, again, as I've said, is he a winger or is he a midfielder? Sometimes we play him in CDM, sometimes we play him in right mid. What is he, a winger or is he a midfielder? You can't be both. You can't transition from right wing to CDM, to CAM, to CM. It doesn't work. For me, Pereira, gone. He's been in this club, he's 23 years old, he's been in there since a young age. We've always sent him out on loan. What is the mentality of Solskjaer that thinks he is better to play on there? Yes, now I know we didn't have Martial available, so we had to play someone over there. Why not Mason Greenwood? When Mason Greenwood came on the pitch, he wanted to go forward with the ball, he wanted to be creative, and he nearly got the equaliser. It was a good save from Angus Gum. Another substitution, Matic. When Matic came in, I think he played very well as well. I think he controlled the midfield in a way that we need. We need some experience in the team. You can't just keep playing youth players. We are not a mid-table Premier League side. We are supposed to be fighting for the top 4. Not the league, because the league's gone. The league already, for me, I'm not wanting to win the league. Our hope is European football now. Not just Champions League football, it's European football. If we don't get Europa League or Champions League this season, it's a disastrous season, and I think the manager has to go. Because there are things that he's doing that I don't understand. Yes, he's a manager that wants youth, and I'm all for youth, but you need youth with experience. We're not Cardiff, we're not some team in fucking Norway, or wherever the fuck he's from. We're Manchester United. We're supposed to be competing, and we can't compete with a team full of youth players that in 5 years' time might be on the top of their game. But if we have to go through 5 years of watching that performance against Southampton, who were down to 10 men, and we still couldn't unlock them. Now, albeit Southampton's 2 centre-halves today, they're fantastic. Vestergaard and whatever the other fuckers called, they were great. But the others, no, I don't like it. And Southampton were very clever, because they played on the press. As soon as we had the ball in the back line, they pressed. They pressed, and we were sloppy. We couldn't get the ball out, because we had 3 players on us. Manchester United don't press. The midfield looked lazy. McTominay wasn't closing down. Pogba wasn't closing down. Mata was probably better defensively than the 2 actual midfielders. You know, what are we going to do? We have this international break, then we're at home against Leicester. Again, I can see another draw or a loss on the way, because we're going to go back to the shitty counter-attack. And Leicester, you know, I can see them beating us in the league. I think they could beat us in the league. Everton have the potential to beat us in the league. Because we're shit. We're done. We're done. We're deadbeat. We're bottle jobs. That team that was fielded out there today, on paper, was better than Southampton's team. And we didn't get the job done. Now that's tactically, you have to blame the manager, the way he's setting up the team. You know, the players know that we have Rashford down the middle, who is fantastic with his feet and is fantastic with speed. And all the time, we get the ball down to the wing, and then we stop, and we don't know what to do. The creativity's gone. Reece James, fantastic player in the works, but doesn't have that creativity to pick out the pass. Pereira, as I said, is a donkey, shouldn't be in this club, should be gone, he should be a bench warmer at most. And you have Rashford, who's crying out for the ball, but we can't get the ball to him because our midfield is trash. All in all performance today, I think the team, mediocre performance, not good enough. First half was okay, second half again. It's like the concentration. What is the half-time team talk? Because we come back up from half-time and we're fucked. What's he doing in half-time? You know, we're 1-0 up, we're winning the game. We come back out in the second half, they get a red card, they score. Well, they score, then they had a red card. They were down to 9 men for the last couple of minutes of the game. We still did nothing. My man of the match, as I said, Reece James. I think Mason Greenwood was fantastic when he came on. Bissaka, also a good performance. I think the two centre-halves had a good performance. They didn't really do anything wrong. Ashley Young, not... You know what, Ashley Young can fuck off. Pogba, again, not performing. McTominay just was kind of there, did his job. Mata, I think he had a good performance today, good showing. Rashford didn't have a chance to have a good showing. Reece James had a good showing. Pereira was crap. Lingard, when he came on, crap. As I said, Mason Greenwood when he came on was very good. And Matic, when I thought he came on, was very good. And games, again, I'm not too into... I'm so confused and I'm annoyed. And I'm angry. And it's shocking, you know. I just don't see this team going anywhere. We don't seem to have any different plan. We can't unlock a mid-table team. You know, how are we going to unlock the likes of Liverpool or City or Spurs or Arsenal? Not Chelsea, because, you know, we don't play Chelsea again for a long time, but it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And, you know, how long are we going to give this manager? How long are we going to give the manager until, say this carries on to the end of the season, and at the end of the season we finish up like 10th or 11th or 12th with about 15,000 draws, like we did. Remember under Louis van Gaal, his second season, how many draws we had? We had bare draws. And he lost his job. Now, if we finish, say, let's just say worst comes to worst, we don't get any form, our form gets worse, and we're down in like 14th, 13th position in mid-table, or midway through the season at Christmas, we're not anywhere near the top 6, what's the board going to do to react to that? Because we have had no, you know, we've had no speech from the board or the manager of what the term of the club goal is this year. You know, we're clueless, we don't know what the goal is. Is the goal just to pleb around and just mix everything up and experiment? Is it a build a year? You know, is the manager happy with his performance? Does he think a 1-1 against Southampton away from home is a good performance? Because if he does, he's the Ollie Golly Solskjaer bus can fucking Ollie Golly off. You know, there's just so many, as I said, so many players in this club that aren't good enough, and I'm starting to think the same about the manager. If the manager isn't good enough, and this keeps going on and on and on every weekend, we're just losing and 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 drawing, lose, draw, loss, then we're in for a long season. I think we're in for a long season ahead. Europa League, our Europa League draw is good, but again, if we play like that, we're not going to get out because we can't break down the teams, and we have absolutely no one to do it. Pogba, Mata, all those lot can get the I don't know. We're lacking creativity, and all in all, I think today's performance was mediocre at best. 5 out of 10 performance, decent goal from James. Other than that, really did nothing in the game. We had the ball, don't do anything with it. No midfielders. You're gonna hear me say that every week. Held the ball, no midfielders, can't make the play. That's the end of this review. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you against Leicester. Goodbye.